This week on Hermitcraft, the NHO returns, just not to the Hermitcraft server. Welcome to the Hermitcraft Recap, your weekly fan show, but with llamas. There, we did the joke too. You can stop commenting it. My name is Pixel Riffs, our writer is LoyXP, and for once, the pre-intro bit is not a giant lie. The new Hermit Order, or at least 3/4 of it, do in fact make an appearance in something other than Doc's episodes of GeoGuessr. This week saw the beginning of Hardcore Hermits, a new competition with 4 teams of 3 in 4 separate but identical worlds, trying to out-advance and out-achieve each other. Each achievement a player gets is worth a point in the team's bank. Whoever gets the most points in a 12-episode run gets bragging rights and can feel good about themselves for at least a little while. Naturally, it's B-Dubs, Docm and Etho together at last.
Game rule, do daylight cycle true. Okay, from now on... Oh no, wait, there's an incorrect argument. Wait.
Nice
What's
leader.
wrong with it?
Oh, what have we got ourselves into?
Impulse SV, Tango Tech and Zedaf, who got confused and switched their world into ultra hardcore. Good luck, guys. Azuma, False and Scar, who you won't be surprised to hear have a spreadsheet going. And Wales Knight, Jevin and Biffa as Team Ugly Sweater. Seriously, Jevin, it's April. Look at your life, look at your choices. So those are the teams if you feel like following along, but for once, we've decided to follow along too, so you can expect a week 1 recap of Hardcore Hermits once the first few episodes have dropped. Let us know in the comments which team you're rooting for. And with all that out of the way, let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week.
So, core concept, I understand about 5% of this.
Beginning with Joe Hills, who decides to take a vacation from the abstract horrors of Castle Ravenloft to take on the very real horror of the Derp Dropper. After leaving all his items, including his elytra at the top of the tower and dying about 4 blocks down, Joe learns that the true challenge of the dropper is how to get back to build height when you've got no items and can't find the access ladder.
How do you make a minigame with no entrance? That's what I don't understand. It's like, oh, everybody has an elytra. Well, not if your minigame tells people to take their elytras off.
Somehow, in the process of getting up there, he breaks the redstone timer, and his final descent now holds the Derp Dropper record of 0 seconds. Deciding he'd rather spend time decorating a vampire's castle, he returns to the courtyard of Ravenloft and installs some spooky jack-o'-lanterns, then promptly despookifies them by putting carpets on top.
But core concept, come in here, Pumpkin Town, looking pretty good.
Meanwhile, in the Nether, False Symmetry connects the Red Sky Bay tunnel to the general Nether Hub network, having basically taken over the Nether project at this point. Not that anybody minds. The theme for this corridor is actually inspired by Joe Hills' own tunnel and its illusion of the overworld. So, False creates an alternating pattern of segments with overworld and Nether terrain in them, different biomes and all.
Yeah, I think we can make this work though. But it does look cool though, right? Look at that. Yeah, although he hasn't got any sort of greenery in here, but hey, I think this looks quite sweet actually.
In some more community service, False sets up the Easter egg scavenger hunt. Just like Easter egg hunts before, the notes with clues are spread all over the server, and just like the Easter egg hunts before, it is a healthy source of video content for everyone. In this case, Cubfan and Wales Knight, who both go adventuring and earn their cake slices, which really are just customized player heads.
Welcome to 2018 Easter Egg Hunt. Hunt for all 11 clues to find the prize. Yes, that's what we want. We want the prize.
But yeah, basically clue 1 will go in this chest, and that'll be the first clue, which, for example, reads, coffee tables, spoon in hand, sunken treasure not on land. So that's going to be, I guess, the sunken treasure in...
Bonus points for calling Mumbo's base coffee tables, by the way.
I don't actually know exactly what this reference is because a lot of you guys in a video maybe a few months ago came up with these rhymes and riddles. So yeah, they're all from you guys, and I kept a list of them and have been sort of adding to them ever since.
In his own time, Wales Knight paves the roads around that fountain he made last week, if only to make the quartz pillars look slightly less out of place, while chatting to his audience about the new notification policy YouTube has going for it, which, now that I think about it, ring that bell, notification squad! Seriously though, this being Wales, he of course raises some legit points about the system, so do check out the video. It's always fun to peek behind the scenes.
Get a notification like every time that YouTuber uploads a video. And when we're talking here about push notifications, I think that's like kind of insanity. But I'm subscribed to a whole bunch of different channels. I do not want to get a push notification every single time every channel uploads a video. Like that would be, my phone would just be blowing up non-stop all day.
As for Cub Fan, well, it's quite a regular Minecraft week, but with, you know the rest.
I play Hermitron Go every day. I play Hermitron Go. But now with llamas.
The showcase section of Llama Land gets pretty much finished. Even the actual animals are finally let in to betterify your experiences. And just to make sure they don't ever break character or leave, Cub recruits one of their own to keep them at peace and watch over them. The true spiritual leader, Dalai Lama.
Look at that roof. Seriously, this is the greatest Hermitcraft shop I've ever completed. What is this? What is this? I don't know why. This is truly the bee's knees of Hermitcraft.
The rest of the week is spent fixing up Jarvis's speech impediment after Azuma had a go at the poor computer's innards. Then again, you should be more forgiving of some people's problems with second languages, Jarvis's mother tongue, of course, being assembler. Finally, inspired by Scar's rocket, Cub builds up his own scientifically accurate one to soar over his base, no doubt with an electric car inside. Speaking of, Scar himself is hard at work putting the overground bit of the community area together. You've got stumpy towers, deteriorated walls, overgrown ruins, you name it. One can even enter the circle without jumping over it on beetle wings. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an actual door! Whoops, where did my socks go?
Well, let me tell you, the door I'm about to show you will knock your socks off, so let's reveal the door. It's so bad. It's so bad. I promise you I'm gonna make something better. I'm still feeling like this area needs something other than rubble, but it's the rocks and they're kind of pushing it open, but it's still obstructed where you cannot go through it.
This is quite ironic, considering that somehow in the same week, Scar managed to mess up the Redstone Garage entrance Mumbo made for him. Sure hope he kept the receipt, there's no way the warranty on that ran out already. Speaking of things expiring, Mumbo manages to expire at least 4 times during a video this week, aptly titled It All Went Wrong.
This has to be a joke! It has to be! It just has to be a joke! This can't be real! Why did I not kill that creeper when I saw it? Why did I not?
Looking for trees to farm, despite having a fully functional tree farm at his base, he crash lands in the NHO jungle, then crash lands again trying to retrieve his items, gets blown up by a creeper on the 3rd attempt, runs out of durability on his elytra the 4th time, then promptly rage quits and retires to his redstone world to perfect the design of the TNT-powered wood farm.
I have a perfectly good spruce wood tree farm. Why am I not using the perfectly good spruce wood tree farm? Also, and boom, there we go. And the entire thing's just reset. Perfect.
Despite that essentially being an explosives testing ground, it finally leads to success, and he builds it on the server next to the cobblestone farm, with plans to turn the island into a miniature TNT-focused theme park. We're not sure how much admission will be, but we've heard the firework display is worth showing up for.
Woo! There we go! That's what I'm talking about! We just got a stack of wood in one explosion.
There are also fireworks going off at the Moba Lisa this week, but the grand opening hasn't happened just yet. Instead, that burning gunpowdery smell is Rendog on fire.
Scene in where Rendog dies. Action! I don't approve of the name of the scene. I don't agree. I don't remember agreeing to the scene's name.
Yeah.
Why am I dying?
Unfortunately, that's how harsh it is with the Vexes around.
No! No! I'm gonna spawn back at the base!
Having invited him to review progress on Fred the Kingdom minigame, Iskall carries out the hit paid for by the Convex a few weeks ago and kills his revolutionary teammate with a flame bow in cold blood. Ren could easily get his revenge, but the two of them turn their fury towards the Vex heads and swear retaliation is on its way. How dare they pay Iskall to do what he would probably do anyway?
I mean, you know what? There's poking the bear, and then there's kicking the bear directly in the crack.
Yeah, right? Directly in the crack, and that's not okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. No.
But first, they've got to keep things moving at the arena, with Iskall figuring out the areas for teams to respawn if they get killed, and Ren doing more work on the walls before returning to his base for cleanup and roof building.
Looking really nice. What I'm trying to do is create some sort of something that looks a little bit like a fan. Maybe something that is like a cooling fan or something, right? That's sucking out all of the heat out of the nether drive.
TFC has a roof of his own to fix after getting some feedback that his modern concrete house wasn't entirely symmetrical. After fixing that up and laying in a wooden floor, he's happier with the results, and a few hours spent swapping out the torch grid for artfully concealed end rods is worth the effort too.
Over here it's just a squared off thing. Goes up, over, comes back down. And maybe that's the better way to do it.
And finally, there's Zedaf. And if you thought he could build a chicken cooker without shenanigans, boy, do you not know Zedaf. Let's put it this way, 2 chicken coops, both alike in dignity, in Fair Lake Honk, where we lay our scene. Whatever, yada yada. If Hollywood can do this with gnomes, Zed can do it with chickens.
We're going to have an arrow dispenser in the ceiling, firing down just on this middle square here. So roughly it's a 1 in 9, because there's 9 spaces, and only 1 chicken will die. So 1 in 8 chance of life being born, 1 in 9 chance of death to the other side. And of course, whenever chickens lay an egg this side, it gets recycled. 1 in 8 chance of a new baby being spawned, and a 1 in 9 chance over this side of a chicken dying. So you can see how the 2 sides can compete. Fate and chance and everything like that are going to come into play to see which side will remain victorious.
This is what a surplus of arrows and free time does to you, people. And that's just about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP, and my name is Pixel Riffs. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, subscribe so you won't miss future recaps, and stay tuned for the Hardcore Hermits Roundup. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.